Hi, I'm Grant Ramos. Welcome to Lyftoff. I'm your host.
And I'm AJ, his driver.
AJ has been very courteous to me because I just started putting these up again, and I'm a little rusty. So I just want to, we're going to get back into the swing of things. We're going to get back in the swing.
Yeah.
And that being said, I just held the mic way too close to my mouth.
Well, that you can edit that later. No one will know.
I'm too lazy. I'm entirely too lazy.
That's fine. Then everyone's going to hear your loud voice, and then it'll calm down later on.
Enough about me, AJ. Two things I need to ask you. Or either one I need to tell you, one I need to ask you. One, excellent beard.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You have quite the excellent beard. It is very bushy. It's not like old man wizard, but it is bushy.
Well, I actually trimmed it down a bit. It was a bit longer, but it
it's
got
thick.
a bit too much.
It's
yes,
thick.
yes. I've always had, ever since I was 14, I always grew a beard, a thick beard, except, on the sides a little bit. It's recently started changing colors, though, which is a bit weird. If you look, it's got
ginger.
It's got the ginger in there, and there's one or two grays, which I kind of tweeze out so no one sees them.
See, I'm getting the grays in the hair, and I kind of dig it.
See, in the hair, I'd be okay with it, but in the beard, it seems weird, especially when it's ginger, black, and gray. It doesn't seem to mesh well.
So why do you not dye it?
Too lazy.
Okay, fair enough. How long have you been a Lyft driver?
I have been a Lyft driver for 2 years now.
Oh, that's fucking... I think you may hold the record on the pod. That's awesome.
I was back when we still had the pink furry mustaches on the front.
Do you know why they stopped doing that?
Well, I've heard a lot of things. The one that I believe is that it was actually made illegal in California to have it on the front of your car. You can actually get a ticket for it. The rumor was that Uber sued Lyft, saying that it was unsafe to have them because they would blow up and block the windshield and cause accidents.
Fair enough.
Obviously, I don't believe that's true because it's a little pink flurry thing that would just blow away like a bag in the wind. But I know that we can't have them on the car, and they've issued us these new
light
ones. Yeah, the light ups are great.
I see. I figured it was just in case you go to the airport and just oh shit, take that shit down so you don't get pulled over.
Well, that's another reason, but they've blocked off the airport, so you can't make pickups at LAX.
Well, I never got a pick. I've been dropped off there.
You can drop off, no problem. That's not a thing. But they are trying to have how there's a taxi pickup at the airport. They have their own lane for pickups. They're trying to add a ride share. So that would be Uber, Lyft, Sidecar, all of them would be able to do pickups at the airport. It hasn't happened yet, but hopeful.
You've got 2 years under your belt. Have you had any... I'm going to assume you've had some crazy Lyft stories. At least one. What is the worst?
Well, worst or most entertaining, which...
And or both. I'm not going to lie to you. Usually this is about where I get off, but we're going to drive for a while. Because now we're back in. We're back in the swing of things. We're rolling with this, AJ.
All right.
No pun intended.
Well, I could pull over and we can continue the podcast.
But I want to give you more money.
All right. I am perfectly
I know you go for miles instead of time, right? That is the rule? Okay.
I'll do that.
We'll circle the block.
All right.
We'll circle the block.
Keep going around the block.
Not this block. Go to the
next one.
All right. Give me the entertaining portion. The one.
All right. So,
actually, no. Give me the worst one, then give me the entertaining one.
All right. Well, worst one as far as Lyft, and the guy was really, really nice. So I feel bad talking about him this way, but he sat in the back seat, and he put his arms around the passenger seat, kind of giving them a hug.
The gesture that he just did made me think that you were gonna. He was hugging me from behind. Sorry, go on.
Well, that's what he did to the seat, and he put his face right next to mine, inches away, where I wasn't sure if he was either going to A, slit my throat, or B, try to kiss me. It was a very awkward and uncomfortable situation I was in, but he was a nice guy. He was very friendly. He ended up buying me a lottery ticket that I won $2 off of.
Nice.
So
talk about a tip.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So he probably would have kissed you and not slit your throat.
Probably. That's what I believe.
That's your worst.
That's the worst Lyft. I did Uber for a little while, and there were bad ones with Uber, but Lyft, that was the worst I've ever had in 2 years.
What's the most entertaining one?
Most entertaining.
Yeah, that's pretty entertaining.
This was a good one, and I'm not sure if I can use the name. I picked up a porn star once.
Well, nope. well-known porn
not
star?
a well-known one, but one that if I said the name, you'd be able to Google it. And I'm not sure if we can say the name on the podcast, so I won't.
I can bleep it because I want to Google it later. I can also ask you off there.
Okay, well, I'll
name one porn star who doesn't want free publicity.
That's a good point. Okay, so her name was Onyx.
Okay, fair enough.
Or at least that was her porn name. Her actual name was something different, which was what popped up when I picked her up.
Her real name's Jessica.
As is most.
Yes.
Yeah. And she, just out of the blue, before I knew her profession, just asked me, so what do you think of porn stars? And
so she was very, very much so like, oh, you haven't heard of... Sorry, go on.
No, she was very, very open with it, and pretty much the entire ride just talked about sex and different sexual experiences. And
I want to listen to that podcast.
Well, I can tell you, she enjoys doing it in public. Her favorite time she ever did it, she was in Vegas at the porn convention they do there every year.
Naturally.
And she had sex on one of the balconies while hundreds of people were looking up at her.
I can get behind that. Literally, if she'll let me, I can get behind
that. Well, that's how it was being done.
That's outstanding. I mean, see...
Well, the story's not over.
No. Oh, God, please.
So, go around, and she invited me to a sex party that is held monthly at different venues where she was performing.
Oh my God, you just crossed the streams. I'll explain later.
Now, I asked her what performing was, and she said the only way you'll find out is if you go. Now, unfortunately, I did not go because I was going to England, and I'm also married.
Oh,
so
okay,
it probably
good
would
choice.
not have been a good idea for me
Golf clap for AJ, refusing to
Yeah.
go to a sex party with a porn star because he loves his wife.
Well, it wasn't as much refusing as I couldn't because I was going to another country to see my wife.
Very true. Okay.
Because me and my wife live in different countries. That's another whole story. But I don't know if we have enough time for all of that.
Next time.
Next time. I'll just drive around your block for hours until I pick you up.
In case you guys don't know, I'm just telling him, just keep circling. We're good. Unless you want to pull over. I don't know which is more cost effective to you. I don't know if gas between
I
miles.
filled up my tank.
Okay.
Like one passenger before you, so I can drive around. I can take you to Vegas, San Diego, wherever you want to go. We can just keep going.
I've got a Pop-Tart with my name on it, so I'm just going to go home.
What flavor?
Cinnamon, obviously.
Okay, good choice.
Okay, so wait, it doesn't end there?
Well, that's where I'll end it. There were more, but it's mundane, and I can't remember it all and don't want to.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I got two more things for you, because now I want to hear, like, the bad Uber story. You piqued my interest, and I want to know.
Okay, so bad Uber story. For those of you who are familiar with the Los Angeles area, I picked up a passenger at the junction where Sunset and Santa Monica meet.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me to take him to Sunset and Gower. He was drunk with a few other people.
As one tends to be.
And if you know that area, you drive down Sunset until you get to Gower, and you're at the destination. This man, I drive a manual, as many of you can't see, and he was grabbing my arm as I'm trying to change gears, yelling at me about the route I was taking, because he said it was a longer route and I was trying to charge him more. And he was shoving his phone in my face so I could not see the road.
What you need to do to drive, I hear.
Well, I need to see the road, I
Yeah.
need to shift the gear. It's basically short of grabbing the steering wheel and causing an accident. He did almost everything he could to cause an accident. So I immediately pulled him over, kicked him out of the car, and got him blocked so he can no longer make any requests.
Yeah, right on. Alright, we're going to move away from Lyft for the last question. Okay. You can give your 16-year-old self a piece of advice. What is it?
Ooh.
Either that... Okay, actually, no. Because if I remember correctly, like I said, I'm a little rusty.
Yes.
I'll show you where. You can either that, or you can tell me your best story that, like, you still tell your buddies in high school. You can either tell me a story that, like, you used to... Like, your best, like... You remember this one time we were in Mexico and the fucking Chinese hookers for some reason, this orange building right here, but there was a zebra and it had a mustache for some reason, or give advice to your 16-year-old self so that he wouldn't do that?
Well, if I was giving advice to my 16, I'm not going to say 16 because it was probably a little bit older than that because it was college age.
Okay.
For my best story, and I wouldn't say not to do it. If I was giving advice, I would say, just do when you have an opportunity, take it.
Don't be bashful. Just go on a whim and just do it.
Just do it. That's the advice. But the best story was from college.
I love this. Sorry. I'm so happy when everybody agrees to do these.
I'll give you the full version of this story. My friend was having her 21st birthday, or actually roommate at the time, and it was also my going away party because I was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And she had everything catered, bought all these decorations, did everything you need for a party except the alcohol. So people start showing up, and there's no booze. So I go out and buy, a keg of beer, a
plethora of alcohol.
A piñata filled with little plastic liquor bottles because you don't want the glass ones in case it shatters.
I've been there, yeah.
Drank profusely. Went to a bar, drank more, blacked out. Don't remember it all. Apparently I got on stage, which they don't allow, and sang a song to an ex-girlfriend who had broken up with me on Valentine's Day, just very recently.
Did you pour your heart out?
Oh, no. I sang a song just making her feel awful. I don't remember doing this, but I've heard about it.
Revenge via karaoke.
It was a pretty epic song. And I'm blacked out. I wake up on the sidewalk 3 blocks away from my apartment.
You almost got there. You almost got there, champ.
Passed out, perfectly, hands folded on my chest. But my shoes are gone, my shirt is gone, and there's a pile of puke next to me. I stumble back to my apartment still drunk. Everyone was like, "Oh, where'd you go? Where have you been?" It's like, I don't know. Here, I take my camera. This is before everyone had camera phones.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on the table, they turn it on, and they say, "Rose, what the fuck?" I'm like, "What? It was a crazy night. What happened?" "Yeah, where did you find a snake?" So the last picture taken that night is me with a boa constrictor around my neck, and I'm giving it a kiss. No one knows where I was, where the snake came from, who took the picture. All we know is that I still had my shirt at that point.
The snake ate the shirt, is what he's trying to get.
And potentially. I did find my shoes later on, driving around the next day. So I did get them back, but the shirt, gone forever, potentially in the stomach of a snake.
That's fantastic.
Which no one has ever come to that conclusion before.
That's just how I roll. AJ, thank you for the ride. I appreciate it. I'm going to bring back a little, a callback, if you will, because I was listening to some old ones. I'm going to end this with hashtag solid gold, just because I feel like that needs to be trending for no reason whatsoever, because it's just too dumb. I'm Grant Ramos.
And I'm AJ.
This has been Lyftoff. Keep on lifting.